So we're here again, having another conversation with Jeff LeBlanc, our VP of Client Services, and today we're talking about an ID management solution. So this is something that is critically important, but maybe for people who haven't heard of the term before or been exposed to what an ID management solution is or what it does, a conversation that may be really beneficial. And so the industry has an identity management solution sector, and AMAG offers one that we think is pretty good. That's Symmetry CONNECT. So today I wanted to spend some time with Jeff sort of breaking down what identity management is, how it sort of is a little bit different than traditional access control, and what business problems it solves. So Jeff, I guess just to start, what is an identity management solution? What is Symmetry CONNECT?
Identity management solution, focuses on the processes that happen outside of the access control system itself that lead to a card holder holding a credential with provisioned access to them. So typically that is a manual, resource-driven, inefficient, cumbersome, low-tech process that it just involves an exchanging of emails and paper and can you do this? Yes, I can do this. Well, hold on, let me check with this person. Okay, this person said yes, you're good to go. So Connect automates the 4 pillars of those processes that happen outside of the access control system. So Connect, an identity management solution, focuses on the onboarding and offboarding of identities. That would include employees, contractors, visitors, vendors, any type of identity that may come into your organization temporarily or long term. The next aspect that Connect solves is around change requests. So change requests could be both that, my phone number changed, individual data attributes about myself, my department, my title, something about myself. Maybe I had blonde hair before and now I don't. Those different attributes that could change for an identity specifically. The third pillar is around certifications and audits. Very high level generic terms, but that have very specific use cases within physical security itself, and especially within Symmetry CONNECT and identity management. So the certification would say, okay, Jeff LeBlanc, you must have this NERC-CIP certification or this HIPAA compliance certification or this some financial compliance, or it might even be hazardous waste training in order to enter a specific area. It could be that you've signed an NDA before entering a specific area. So that process in itself requires, somebody making a manual request for access and then somebody checking with somebody via email to say, is it okay if this person has access to your place? What Connect does is Connect looks at the identity, looked at the attributes and says, okay, NERC-CIP training equal yes, then this person can be assigned this access or even can request this access. It will go to the level of restricting what you can request based on the certain certifications or data attributes that you hold. All of what we just talked about, the onboarding, the change requests for access, the temporary access requests when you travel, all of those that have happened within a certain time frame are still sitting there like little ticking time bombs in your access control system. So now security is responsible for this. So I've always called the physical access control system a blob of data, right? You don't know what you don't know, and security is managing it. The data center manager is off doing their day job, concerned about their server farms and a lot of important cybersecurity things that they need to focus on. The process for auditing that access is typically the data center manager will say, hey, somebody's asking me if I've checked who has access to my space. I email security. Security then emails back to me and says, okay, here's a list of people that have access to your space. That could be hundreds, that could be thousands across the different readers that they have in their space. They go through the reports. Assuming they respond to the email, they send the reports back to security. Security takes those reports and does manual, mistake-prone data entry into the physical access control system. And then that is confirmation that everything is as it should be in the access control system, and that everybody that should have access to that data center has been confirmed at that time. And keep in mind, without the other processes that we talked about, all of that information becomes stale almost immediately. Most organizations cannot even do an audit because it takes so many people and so much time to send those emails, to run those reports, to email those reports. And so what Connect does, Connect has the area owners for those specific spaces. Connect builds that audit right in a very friendly, nice looking user interface. As soon as it's time to do your audit, which can be done monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, annual, an email goes automatically to the area owner. They go ahead and check everything off, and they have 30 days to do it. And so what would have taken you 10 to 12 resources across 6 months takes you one resource in 30 days and you're done. And that's one of the more important aspects of what Connect does. And I say the more important because I think it's the most overlooked. We're saying that a lot of these organizations won't even do it because it's so resource driven, and we've solved that for you. You have no excuse now. You should be able to audit every single access assignment in your organization. And just to highlight one thing about, we have a customer that does 400,000 checks every quarter, and they're over and done in 20 days, and they're running at a 99% compliance right now in terms of auditing. So that's the third and fourth major pillar of Connect.